Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, wow. Scorpio, you've gone through something deep. You've gone through something heavy, but you're making a comeback here. The grounding card is at the bottom of the deck. So this is stability. This is security, growth, endurance. And I feel like there's a level of performance here as you move forward up out of a phase in your life. Now we're going to look at your energy, what you're thinking, feeling, and actioning in matters of the heart, and someone on your mind, someone of interest. And if there's not an individual at this time, we'll look at their energy of someone incoming. But I am getting a message here around comparison. So comparing. If you find yourself in a comparison trap of maybe dating someone new, or you're in a union, but yet you keep comparing them to the old version of who they were when you first met, or it could be comparing to someone that you used to date. Maybe someone is doing that to you. I'm just getting the comparison trap and trying to step out of that. So we have the coffin. This is your past energy here of new beginnings, liberations. You've gone through a very possibly tragic ending, maybe a loss, even a physical loss. This is about being reborn. And I see here that this loss, this tragedy, this ending for you really caused you to take a deep look into the mirror. You may have been mirroring each other. This could have been massive introspection and self-reflection for you to take a deep, dark look into your inner wounds. Okay, maybe some shadow work, some inner child work as well. But I feel like the mirror, it almost feels like you are able to see things. And maybe that's the comparing. Maybe you're able to see things now that you weren't able to see prior, and you're looking at it from a new perspective now. You may have been dealing with addictions, either you or someone that is on your mind, or someone that hurt you heavily could have had codependent characteristics, obsessions, restraints, possession, control, and even emotional blocks. You yourself may have dealt with some sort of ending by putting up an emotional barrier. And even if you're currently with someone, and this coffin card has to do with an external loss outside the relationship, I feel like it has affected a relationship heavily here. And you may have put up a block. Addictions can be shopping. It can be addicted to social media, addicted to porn, addicted to substances. It can be anything. And I feel like there was a heavy distraction. Yeah, there's an emphasis here on a heavy distraction, but that feels like it's over, because I feel like you've done the mirror work. You've done the reflection or the healing, but it's still showing up here in your energy for a reason. So perhaps this is part of what's being discussed and talked about. Some of you may even be talking to a therapist. You may be talking to a coach or a mentor. Now, for others of you, I see a soulmate. I see a soulmate in your energy, a soul connection, a partnership, a soul contract with potentially a life partner. And this is about feeling elevated. This is your best friend. This is someone who will navigate the ups and downs of life with you, Scorpio. And there could be a coffee date coming in. This person could smell really good. Okay, I'm getting the smell of coffee, like Folgers in your cup type of energy. You're savoring the moment. So when you meet this person, try not to compare the past to what's right in front of you. And if this is a current relationship, I feel like there is discussion here around working through this stuff, working through the reflection and what's been mirrored, because this is your soulmate here. This is someone that you love heavily and you want to find balance. You want to ground in the energies. Let's take a look at what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're actioning. What is Scorpio thinking about love at this time, or about a specific person on their mind? What's going on in their thoughts, please? Okay, you have the Judgment. There's the comparing. There's the judging. This is a second chance, though. And I feel like it's a second chance to put the past behind you and to make a choice. Like, this is it. It feels like a now or never. We're either doing this or we're not. This is, I'm either going to let the past go and I'm going to open my heart up to new love, or I'm just going to stay in this cycle forever. And I feel like you're ready to open up, but you're scared. But you're scared here because, I mean, going through the coffin, the addiction, and the mirror, I mean, that can pull you back into some ugly stuff. And I feel like Judgment Day has come. Judgment Day has come here for you. And in the mind, you're very self-aware. You're very aware of a rebirth that's been taking place within you, Scorpio. You are deep, and the judgment is your energy. This is about the trials and tribulations that you've gone through. And I feel like you're not going back. Let go of the past. The past is the past. That's why the coffin card is here. There's nailing down the coffin. You don't have to go back to that same lifestyle, that same pattern of addiction, self-sabotage, or the same type of dynamics that have played out, that have wounded you so heavily. You've blossomed. You're not the same Scorpio that you were, you know, even five weeks ago, 5 months ago, 5 decades ago. And I see that you are allowing yourself to open up and take a second chance, or have this second chance here. But it requires pushing through the fear and releasing judgment. So you're saying, I want a second chance. Now, what is your heart saying? That I have a lot of love here. I have a lot of love for an individual, or I have a lot of love in my heart to give, and I'm ready to open myself. The Lover's card is making choices. And I feel like you are making choices here to have a second chance at love. And there's love after loss. There is gain after pain. And I feel like there is a coming together here with you and a soulmate. You're going to either give someone a second chance or give your heart a second chance at love. Now, what is the action that you're taking? High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess is very mysterious. She is someone who doesn't often need to communicate. She is an observer. She's very aware. And I feel like you are detaching in a sense. You're detaching from expectations, or maybe it's detaching from the past so you can fully let your intuition come through and guide you. But I see that you're keeping quiet here for the time being. You're keeping something to yourself. Maybe you're keeping your feelings to yourself. You may be keeping your heart. It almost feels like your heart is on standby. Like it's for reservation for the person who really needs it or wants it the most. And I feel like you're going to know when that choice comes in. And maybe you've already made that choice, but December is the month where you let someone know how you truly feel. But I feel like there's been a silence. There's been, because I'm getting like the sound of silence showing up. Maybe it's been crickets. Maybe you haven't had love, or you haven't spoke to or talked to this individual for a while. Or maybe you've been in a dynamic where you've been questioning the heart. Do I want a second chance, or do I want to open up in a new direction? Let's look at the person on your mind. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are they actioning? And if there's not someone yet, tell me about the new person, please, Spirit. What are they thinking? They're thinking they want joy and stability. This individual is in an 11-11, 4 of Wands energy. This certainly could be, well, we know it is, a soulmate. So it's like this person knows that they are attracting, calling in, or that you are their soulmate. You may be living with this person, Okay, there could be stability in the home, or it feels like you want stability in the home, but cooperation and support and harmony is something that needs to be worked through here. Now, what is this person feeling? The Ace of Swords is how they are feeling. And I feel like they're trying to think through their feelings. They're trying to have a breakthrough when it comes to how they really feel about a situation. And how they're actioning it up is the Sun. So we see that this person is actually feeling really good about love, feeling very warm, and they want to have a breakthrough with you. And I feel like this person wants to either have a family with you, maybe you already have a family. This is the card of marriage, moving in together. It is soul connection, soul mate, best friend. And I feel like they want to express that they want you in their world, that you are, in a way, the center of their world here. Why are you hesitating? It's because of what you've gone through in the past. You don't want a repeat, but you got your heart in this here. The heart is in it, and this person knows that as well. What's the shared energy between the both of you? Someone is not seeing something. Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is the head and the heart, right? It's one person looking over here, one person over here. Can we come together? So there is a choice that needs to be made. But there needs to be a breakthrough that comes through that offers happiness. And I feel like it has to do with this person's thoughts. Do they want to have a happy dynamic between the home, right? This is the card of celebration and, again, marriage, foundation. But I feel like there's been lack of harmony, lack of support that needs to be addressed. Or perhaps that's what the person has gone through in the past, and this is all they want now. They came from a broken home. Therefore, they want joy and stability more than anything. And I feel like there's something about the truth. There's something about clarity of belief, right? So this person is offering you, but maybe you're not able to see that because you've gone through a lot with them in the past or with others in the past, that you're having a hard time believing this person's intentions. But I feel like they want to offer you the Sun, right? They want to offer you a very warm invitation of playfulness and curiosity. They want a stable family. They want to come together here. They have this Ace showing up, and you have love in your heart to give, but I feel like you're holding it back. You're holding it back here because what you're thinking is how many times, right? It almost feels like how many second chances? How many times can I open up my heart to get let down? How many times will I open up my heart to be disappointed? So there's definitely a lot going on in the head for you, but I feel in the heart that's gonna balance out because you have the Lovers here, and because you have love for this individual, or you have love for, connecting, you're going to come to your senses, so to speak, with the High Priestess. And look what it says. It says, listen. Listen to what someone is telling you. And roles can be reversed. Please take it as it resonates here. And it's through listening that one will truly be able to have a breakthrough, because most often we listen to respond, right? Right before someone even gets the words out of their mouth, we're already concocting how we're going to respond back to them. Therefore, we're not fully listening to understand. And Scorpio, I feel like there's a message here of truly allowing someone to speak and listening to them, maybe uninterrupted, or listening to them from a place of neutrality and empathy, and not shutting down, not immediately jumping to conclusions or feeling like they have a hidden agenda, because I feel like they don't. They want to be honest with you. They want collaboration and joy. And even if they've gone through something in the past that has told you otherwise, okay, or maybe it's wanting to know about their past and that worries you. Maybe they've told you some things about their past and you're like, ugh, I don't know if I can get on board with that. But that's why this communication and the coffee and the meetup is really important, because it's that trust, that communication that is going to build here. So what's the advice? Throat chakra. What did I just say? The trust and the communication, being able to freely express oneself authentically without feeling judged, without feeling criticized, allowing both parties to have that safe space to build with each other and grow and evolve. And it just feels like there's, again, a comparison trap. Did I say that in the beginning? Comparison trap of comparing someone to the way that they used to be. People change. And I might get some hate in the comments, but I feel like you have changed a lot. And the foundation here is of friendship, and it's of trust. And yes, that's going to take time to rebuild if that's been broken. But I see that something is over. You don't have to continue playing out that story. So what is the advice here? We have speaking up, communication, expressing yourself, saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and telling the truth even if the other person doesn't like what they hear. This is about listening to the truth even if you do not like what you hear. Because that is what is going to bring breakthroughs. That is what is going to help dissolve some of the illusions. Now, what's the action to take is we have the Three of Pentacles. Reaching out, right? Reaching out and connecting. Because right now, I feel like you may be keeping to yourself. Now, this could be friends. It could be family. It could be collaborating. It can be a therapist, someone maybe external or outside of the relationship that can help in some way. But I feel like this is about layer upon layer, being able to slowly but surely reach out and connect to this individual, because you have love there. And what's the outcome? The Three of Cups, sharing the love. I almost feel like there's three. Is there three of you here? Not in a third party energy. Maybe that has been something that has been an issue in the past. But because I have the Coffin card, I feel like there's an ending to that. And there's truth in this energy. But the Three of Cups, I am getting celebrating. There could be three of you, maybe three children. There could be you, this person, and a child. Perhaps this is, for some of you, it could be non-conventional ways of love. Maybe this is open relationship or a polyamory. It can be spreading the love in so many different ways. But for those of you that are like, nope, I'm just a one-man band or a one-woman band, I feel like reaching out and connecting and just being honest with this individual, because threes are about harmony. They're about union, advancement. And so I do see that there is some sort of advancement in this relationship if someone gets out of their own way or gets out of their head, because someone is not seeing the bigger picture here because of that maybe comparison trap. Maybe you, maybe it's them. But let's get some advice from the wisdom of the Oracle. All right, what do we have here for Scorpio, please? Blessed. Card 22, the Blessed card. This is beautiful. And didn't we see blessings earlier? I thought we seen blessings coming up. 22 could be significant. Maybe you've been with someone since you've been 22. Maybe you have a 22-year-old child. For others of you, you could be born on the 22nd. But this is something wonderful that is unearned, maybe even unexpected. Grace that is an unforeseen gift from Spirit. This person could surprise you around the holiday season is what I'm getting here as well. You are moving toward a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you are being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and Spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. And there's something about humility here showing up. It says humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit, maybe you've hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. And that's the judgment card in the coffin here as well. It's like, all right, I'm doing this or we're not. We're doing this or we're not. Or I'm opening up my heart and I'm allowing love to come in, or I'm going to continue sitting in this mirrored energy. I'm going to continue licking my wounds in a sense. And I feel like you don't want that. I feel like you're ready, but there's still a part of you that is having a hard time trusting in the process, because that's why the High Priestess, you are showing up in 3 major arcanas: the Judgment, the Lovers, the High Priestess. There's something that you know deep down, but it almost feels like you are still second guessing it. You're still questioning it, but you know it deep down. A decision needs to be made here. We have the 2 energy showing up. And I feel like this person, whoever is on your mind, there's going to be a conversation. There's going to be some sort of truth around foundation, around stability, and around one's happiness, where maybe the both of you come together and say, are we truly happy in this dynamic? Is this where we're meant to be? And even if this is a hard conversation to hear, I feel like a conversation is what needs to be had in order to embrace this judgment energy, in order to embrace a second chance for the both of you, or individually, so you can spread your wings. But I do see some sort of collaboration coming in here, teamwork, making that dream work, a best friend energy, or a friendship being reunited, or an amicable separation. Let's take a look and get a message from your crystal spirits. And at this time, Scorpio, I just ask, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it as long as you can. And release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now your crystal could show up as a specific color, shape, or size. Perhaps colors of reds, orange, yellows, greens, blues, indigos, or violet. Your crystal could hold a specific shape, perhaps a heart shape, oval. Maybe it's a pyramid. Your crystal could be clustered, rutilated, maybe in its rawest form, tumbled or polished. Your crystal or gemstone could be large in size or small as your palm. This could be a crystal that you know the name of and maybe even worked with in the past. Maybe you're familiar with. And if not, just tune into the energies that it's emitting. Perhaps that of unconditional love, protection, strength, or power. There is no right or wrong answer, Scorpio. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway All you need to do is drop your crystal or gemstone, whether it be the shape, the size, the color, the name, whatever you are seeing in your mind's eye, drop it in the comment section below. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. So Scorpio, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, I was seeing a big blue crystal in my mind's eye, and I had a feeling it was lapis, but we're getting lapis lazuli here, which is all about spiritual truth, enlightenment. Some of you may have even seen sodalite in your mind's eye, or something blue or light blue, maybe even Larimar. This is about inner vision, okay? And what I'm seeing here for you with the relationship is all of us arose from the same liquid soup of potential when the earth began to take form. And you, like everyone, are made of the stuff of stars. You are intermingled with the creation of all of life. And Lapis Lazuli Spirit is here to remind you that you are never alone. You don't have to figure out this life stuff by yourself. Lapis Spirit can help you learn through relationships with others and through tapping into the universe for higher wisdom and insights about those experiences. Sometimes it takes being around people with a different perspective to start to better understand yourself and what you most deeply value. Is someone in your life today gifting you with a new perspective and insights that can help you on your healing path? Look around, for the conscious universe wants you to experience enlightenment, not to be in the dark repeating the same old patterns. Often, change agents are sent your way to encourage you to make that shift you promised yourself that you would make. Open up to the idea that allies can come in forms that you might not have expected. I like this one for you. There's plenty to go around. If you're feeling disconnected from the universe and its infinite abundance, you could find it a little bit difficult at times to connect to another individual. But when we meditate with the stone, and you also have the throat chakra, this can really access that part of us that knows and is willing to share knowledge and guide us, not to what we want, but instead what we need. So I feel like you are accessing the divine wisdom here. There is communication showing up, and I feel like there's truth being spoken. There's some sort of breakthrough happening here for you, Scorpio. So I'm loving this. Let's get a message from the trees. What do we have here for Scorpio? Message from the trees. You have the birch tree, and you also have the willow. This is about uncertainty at times, resilience, strength, and fear. And it says revealing your weakness will be your greatest strength. So here we have it. Willow tree. Revealing your weakness could be your greatest strength. And then lastly, we have the birch. It says it's time for a fresh start. A new life awaits. And that's what that judgment energy is all about. And the birch reminds you to stay curious, that you have the courage, you have everything within you, Scorpio, and you're on the cusp of a really bright new beginning, okay? So it's time for that fresh start for you. And that is what I have for you in Matters of the Heart. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in, Scorpio. Lots of love.